Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. As we transition from a spring garden to a summer garden, I get asked a lot, what do I do and what do I grow in the summer, and how do I have a lush and green garden? Well, I'm going to show you today some of the steps that I take. Now, one of them is really easy. You have to make sure that whatever you have growing and that is ready to be harvested, you have to harvest it. Failure to do so will cause the plant to consider that its lifespan is over and try to go to seed and die. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little harvesting, bring you along, and then talk about what I do to keep my garden going during the summer. So right now, the only thing that I have ready to be harvested are cucumbers. So we're going to get some of these Market 76 cucumbers that are ready. And then in this bed, we have sunflowers and we have some marigolds growing. I'm going to just sprinkle some seeds for some marigolds, and I think I have zinnia as well. Some other flowers into this bed. No random order or anything like that, just so that we have something growing during the summer that will keep pollinators coming to my garden. Okay, we were able to get 4 cucumbers. There are several that are on here, but they're not ready or big enough to get yet. So we're going to go ahead and leave them. So one of the things that you want to do, or that I do, is also make sure that you don't have weeds growing in your bed. You don't want your plants competing with weeds or unwanted plants for food. So as I said, I have peppermint rather, and then sparky French marigolds. And what I'm going to do here where the lettuce was is just take some of the marigolds and I'm going to sprinkle them along the dirt And then I'm just going to make sure that they're down somewhat, like that. And then I'm going to just lightly cover them by moving the dirt back and forth. Now, when they come up, we should have a bunch of them in this general area and they'll spread out. I'm going to do some peppermint along in this area, also behind the sunflowers. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the marigolds, just scruffing up the soil somewhat. Uh, these are some very small seeds, so it definitely just will be sprinkling them along the soil and then moving the soil back and forth to cover them. And these seeds I got from Florida Living Seeds. There's a website for them. I'll put it on the screen. Now, it is supposed to rain, but after I'm done here, I'm going to go ahead and turn my drip system on so that the seeds that we just watered, I'm sorry, just put in, will get some water and get a jump start. Now, I'm going to show you how I fertilize my plants and feed them. I grow primarily in containers and raised bed, more so raised bed than containers. And as such, I water my yard, my garden rather, and feed my plants a lot more than someone that grows in the ground. The raised beds get fed every 2 weeks, and I use a mixture of a organic granular fertilizer mixed with a cup of blood meal and a cup of bone meal, and I sprinkle that in around the base of the plant, and then I water that in with a organic liquid fertilizer, and I'm partial to AgroThrive, so I use that. Occasionally, I will use 511 or Fish Emulsion. And then if I'm growing greens or something like that, and I want them to grow real quick, then I'll use Jax, which has a much higher nitrogen content, and that will give them a real boost. So we're going to go over to the tomato area, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Well, we have a 2.5 gallon watering can that I put my fertilizer in. Since we're over here at the tomatoes and also the peppers, this is the fruit and flower formula. And all I did was put 2 or 3 drops, tablespoons, into the canister, make sure that it's mixed. And then I'm just going to walk down the line of each row and water, give them a drink. Now, this canister, or watering can rather, should do the whole row. And then we'll go back and fill up again for others. Now, another way that I keep a healthy garden is removing any diseased or damaged leaves from the plant before the whole plant becomes infected or sick. You also have to keep an eye out for pests such as white aphids or black aphids. I've seen some in my plants, and what I do immediately is get my sprayer and spray them, and that takes care of that. You have to be very proactive, or later on you will be reactive and then have a problem on your hand. The last thing we're going to do today is to add another layer of twine onto the tomatoes. And if you didn't see the previous video on how I did that, I'll show you how we do it. So these are my tomatoes that we have growing in grow bags. And a couple videos back, maybe a little bit more, we did the Florida weave, 2 layers of Florida weave on the tomatoes. And now we're going to do a 3rd layer. These plants have grown a lot, and they're putting on flowers, and a lot of the plants, such as this one, we have tomatoes. Hopefully you can see that. And as I said previously, this year will be by far the most tomatoes I have ever grown, and hopefully the most that I have ever harvested. So we're going to go ahead and do the layer through time lapse. So here's the 3rd layer, and as you can see, we have tomatoes coming in, and this will keep them from falling over or anything like that. Now, with the ones in the grow bag, they are growing as well, and we will have tomatoes, a lot of tomatoes from them. Because there's so many in the bag, they will keep each other from falling over, so there's no need to do any trellising or anything like that with them. So I want to thank you for coming along with me while I showed you what I do to have a healthy and productive garden in the summer. The temperatures have started to climb here significantly, about 94, 95 degrees almost every single day. So it helps to be proactive and to stay on top of minor issues before they become big issues. Also, plants in general that I can plant here in the summer that are heat tolerant are just that. They have to be heat tolerant. So we have cowpeas or black-eyed peas, purple hull peas, and we have flowers and we have cucumbers. For the most part, everything is doing well. If you enjoyed the video and got something out of it, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of fruit and veggies by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell on so you will be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like my content, your family and friends will also. So until next time, always remember to give the thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Stay blessed, stay strong, and grow, grow, grow.